Hello guys. Today we're gonna talk about the Iron Lung movie. Um, that came out a little bit ago. Um, and yeah, uh, a very interesting movie. We'll talk more about thoughts on it in a minute here, but first we're gonna get the information. Look at information on it. Let's see. It came out in 2006. It is rated R. Definitely don't show. Although some kids would probably fight to see this because of Markiplier. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes long. 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb with 15,000 ish user votes. It has, wait, 15. Is it 15,000? Yep. It has 53% on Metacritic with 41 critics. It's directed by Markiplier and stars Markiplier and directed and stars Markiplier, who we know from YouTube and all that, and also stars Caroline Kaplan. Was she in anything? T. She was in one episode of The Orange is New Black. Is the New Black one episode? So there's that. Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. So this has been fluctuating. It has been climbing. So it could change after this video. So that's something to keep in mind. But as of this moment, it is fresh and that it is fresh at 60%. It was rotten for a while, but it did climb to 60. It's 60 with 35 critics. More can come in. And and it's 88% by audience people with 2,500-ish audience people. Now, there's not a critics' consensus yet. There could be one at some point, but there isn't one yet. But there is an audience consensus. It stated a psychological descent that keeps hope out of reach. Ireland may be a slow burn, but its mood and atmosphere still leave a lasting scorch. So, me and Corey saw it about a couple-ish weeks ago. Also, sorry about the lighting. My light bulb went out, and the other light's the only light that has a new light bulb. We're out of light bulbs, so that's kind of what we got right now. Um, but yeah, this was a solid movie. I liked it a lot. It's definitely good if you're kind of in a Shutter Island, slow burn horror kind of mood. Um, in all honesty, really the only cons about it is unavoidable cons. Because you gotta keep in mind that the point of the movie was to. Because keep in mind, if you're a fan of Markiplier and slash Jordan the Iron Lung game, you'll love this movie. But if you're kind of outside that, it could be a little bit of a toss up because it's a slow burn horror, and a large chunk of the movie you're kind of in a confined space, and there's not a lot of other characters, so it's very much kind of a character study movie in essence, with a bit of mystery and all that. It's what you expect from a slow burn horror movie, just not a ton of people. So that's something to keep in mind. But it aligns itself well with the game, so there's not a lot of complaints there with it. But sorry, no, but that's something to keep in mind with that. The only other thing I can think of is everything else is great though. Acting solid. Acting solid. Effects are decent. I mean the atmosphere is fantastic. Probably one of the best positives of the movie. In the submarine where it takes place in is great. Um, I know some people also said the movie feels a bit on the long side, and I can kind of understand that. Um, they could have made this a tiny bit shorter, and I think it wouldn't hurt the film. But as is, I think it's fine. Um, I will say this though, the movie doesn't hold your hand in terms of lore. You kind of have to pick it up as you go. So that's something to keep in mind there. It probably would be great to play the game or at least watch a playthrough of it to kind of as before seeing the movie to kind of get a sense of things. Sorry, but yeah, but everything's solid. Like effects, acting's great. Markiplier, who this was his passion project. If you watch YouTube, you know who Markiplier is. That goes without explanation. Um, this is a big break for him in terms of popular medium, in my opinion, because the movie's making like quadruple its budget back. So it's definitely beyond profited right there. So it's a pretty big success for him, which is great. And it's also great for YouTubers too who are trying to do passion projects. Um and yeah, I mean, not much I can complain about it. I mean, I feel like if they were given a little bit more time, I feel like there's tiny little touch-ups that could have been made that maybe would have made the film a little bit better. I don't have anything specific in mind, just really tiny scenes. Oh, there is something. The audio mixing in the movie can be a little up and down. For the most part, it's decent, but when the film starts, when things start letting loose a little bit, it can be a little bit up and down a little bit. So that's something to keep in mind. Um, hmm, it doesn't really ruin the movie or anything, but it is something to kind of keep in mind, especially towards the end of the movie. Um, but yeah, I it's a great world too. It's definitely something I wouldn't mind seeing more of. And I don't know. I do like this movie. I do wish we could have saw more of this world though. I almost wish that I don't know. Like I wish there was more like a follow. I know there's not probably won't be a follow up to this. A, because I don't think there's a sequel to the game, and B, if there is, it won't be for years because Markiplier he's spent on that. I don't know when he'll do another one of these. There's another thing he did on Amazon Prime called Edge of Sleep that me and Corey watched a while ago, and that was good too. So yeah, it's nice seeing like these YouTubers do like these interesting projects that click because I feel like there's a lot of games and stuff that we all like to watch on YouTube that would make solid movies, but no one adapts them because they're so ground level. So to see a YouTuber do that and do a reasonably decent job at it while staying loyal to the source material, and I will say this, they could have sacrificed a little bit of the source material to make a more flowy movie. Sure, they could have. But that wasn't what they were going for. They were going straight game to movie, even if some of the stuff that gets translated over isn't 100% perfect. And and you know what? They got it down. They got it down pat. It's kind of hard to criticize on that front. It's just if you're just a movie person and that's it, then yeah. But like I said, it's this is a companion piece to the game. You definitely need both to fully get it. At least first time getting into it. Now, I never played or watched the game. and I didn't have a hard time with the movie. I kind of followed the premise okay in terms of the lore, but a lot of the lore is in the synopsis, and none of that is really in the movie. So you definitely need to keep that in mind before going to see the movie. But it's still in theaters. It's still going strong, and you may it may vary from theater to theater because it's more of an indie release. So you're gonna have to kind of pay attention to what theaters are playing it. But it's in most theaters for the most part. Um, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. It was a solid experience. I definitely recommend seeing it in theaters. I just hope that more gets done, with that world, and you know when- and more YouTube movies, because I feel like there's a lot of games I feel like that might be a little kinder to a movie adaptation that would be fun to see. Like indie games, like not necessarily AAA games, because that's been done for a while. But yeah, solid movie. Definitely a recommend. But yeah, in terms of next movies I'm probably gonna be covering this year, I don't know. This year's kind of gonna be a little sparse. Last year I felt like was a little sparse, but I feel like you will do some good stuff toward the end. I don't know about this year though. I will say this. I am going to be seeing a couple movies tomorrow though, so already we got a couple there. Um, but I don't know when those will be out review wise. Um, but at some point they will be, of course. But yeah, it's kind of a toss up here right now because I mean, there's the superhero stuff, but I don't know what's coming out for superhero stuff on top of my head. There's a few Marvel films. But I don't know about DC stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of a weird time for films. Like, there's a lot of good films coming out, but nothing that's like screaming at me to come see them in theaters either. And with the way theaters are priced nowadays, it's kind of hard to spice it up for something that you could easily see at home. Especially, and that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this one here, guys. Keep an eye out for a channel update video coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one here, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys want to chat with anyone at the camping company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that about page/about section of our channel. We also have a community tab in our channel as well. You can access that anywhere, anytime. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.